Because death is a taboo, we don't talk about it, we don't plan for it. So when it happens, we're so bewildered, we don't have the language to talk about it, it's a complete shock. I have been doing Death Cafés for 5 years, I have done many, I've spoken to hundreds of people, and I've never had the same conversation.
How many words can you take to say, has died, is dead? 2-word phrases in English.
Some of the stories are really sad, and stories of pain and stories of loss. The experience of death is very isolating, and it's a time when people actually need more support, but because it's such a taboo, people don't have the language and don't know what to do, so they end up not having the conversation, not approaching somebody. People come to a Death Café because they want to share that, because they want to hear other people's experiences, because they want to maybe tell a story, a difficult story around bereavement.
It was so unbelievably devastating and difficult to be there.
Death is part of life. It's a natural part of what happens to us all, and yet nobody gets to talk about it because everybody says like, oh, it's too morbid, or we shouldn't talk about it, or it's too sad. And actually what we have in our Death Cafés is that we have a lot of laughter, and that always surprises people. You know, you can do a lot to make it better. What we do is we go through life as if we're never going to die, and so we're all on this treadmill, all in this rat race, and actually with a consciousness of our death that happens when we start thinking about it, when we start talking about it, then we make the most of our finite lives. So it's always really interesting, and it's always really quite deep, and it's always also quite funny and sad.